Everybody, I'm back. My channel. I'm John Laspina, the Carnivore Teacher, and today I'm thrilled to introduce a very special guest, Robin Switzer. Robin is the founder and powerhouse behind the Hack Your Health event, one of the most exciting transformative health and wellness conferences in the country. She's a visionary leader in the space, bringing together top experts in nutrition, biohacking, metabolic health, and lifestyle optimization all under one roof. This November, Hack Your Health is coming to Tampa, Florida, and trust me, you're going to want to hear all about it. Let's dive in and learn more about the event, the speakers, and how you can save $100 with an exclusive code that I'm going to give you. Thanks to Robin Switzer. So welcome, Robin.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. For those who haven't heard of Hack Your Health, what is this event all about?
Oh, well, it's a lot. So for me, the foundation of this event has always been nutrition. And so I'm a very firm believer that you can do a lot of things to improve your health. But if you are destroying all those efforts with poor nutrition, then you're not going to gain progress. So for me, the foundation has always been about nutrition. But we've grown so much over the years that we address topics outside of nutrition. We talk about hormones, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about peptides, we talk about fasting, the carnivore diet, the ketogenic diet, cancer, and pretty much everything in between. So we'll have probably close to 70 speakers this year. And we'll be running 2 stages, one keynote stage and one breakout room for smaller sessions, and also for another room for workshops. But over that course of that 3 days, the people who are bringing their knowledge and their expertise range all over the spectrum. So we probably half and half men and women, but the topics they're covering are pretty much anything that you can think of related to how to optimize your health.
Who is this event for? Like, what group of people? So we can explain, when I was there, I saw a little bit of everything. I saw the rainbow. Tell me what your thoughts are with who the audience is.
Yeah. I've been working on trying to dial that in over the years, but it really seems like we continue to draw that very wide audience. And so rather than trying to hit a target market, I've just kind of embraced that. So what you'll see there is you'll see people who have just been newly diagnosed and they're not well, and they're coming to figure out how to take control of their health. You'll see people who are very fit, and you can tell they're well and healthy. And you'll see pretty much everything in between. The event has always been roughly 60 to 70% female. You will see a lot of women dragging their husbands along because they're not interested. But I think that the popularity of the carnivore diet has changed that dynamic for us a little bit, because I think men have always been empowered to eat protein and eat more meat, that kind of thing, and women have shied away from it. But I think with the popularity of the carnivore diet, men seem to be a little bit more open-minded. So when you walk in the door, you'll see a combination of everything that I just mentioned. You'll also see, you'll see people bringing young children in. So, we do allow children in. They have to have a ticket so that they can get a seat. But you'll see, 17, 18-year-old kids, and then you'll see people my age. I'm 63. You'll see people older than me. We've had guests in their 80s. So, it's a pretty wide variety. So, when we changed our name to Hack Your Health, we did start to draw in a lot of what people refer to as the biohacking community. And really, that's really just a group of people who have found a common ground and they're looking for ways to optimize their health. The interesting thing is that the biohacking crowd has become very accustomed to a lot of tech, involved in their health optimization journey. And from my point of view, a lot of those things have become very expensive. And not everybody is going to invest in a $15,000 cold plunge,
Right.
or, having a $10,000 sauna in their house. So what I've been trying to do is bring people like myself, everyday people who are simply looking for ways to improve their health, to not only live longer, but live well. And it really doesn't matter what your age or your gender is, to do that. Everybody should find something at this event that resonates with them. That's pretty much my goal.
That's an excellent goal. Before we go further with more questions about what's going on at the event, let's let our viewers know exactly where and when Hack Your Health is happening.
Sure. Hack Your Health will be November 14th, 15th, and 16th in Tampa, Florida, at the Tampa Convention Center.
This year, 2025.
Yes.
That's exciting. I'm ready to go. I already bought my ticket, literally. The first moment I was able to buy after I left the last one. So I was ready to go. So I'm so excited to share this with people. I got my ticket, I don't know if you know, from Larry, who was the Carnivore Soldier, and he had a discount code. So I bought it from him, and I don't know if you remember him. I think that you know him. So I figured I want to be that person for somebody. People watch my channel. I'm going to offer that code, and maybe somebody can walk away. I know they'll walk away with some amazing ideas, possibly things they purchased. When I was there, I had my back adjusted with a chiropractor. I went in and got my my body scanned, my DEXA scan, which was a wonderful, affordable way to just learn it. Just like you said, to hack your health, to find, understand my own body.
Right.
I did the red light therapy. I did all the little things. The booths were amazing. I watched some cooking demonstrations. I had a woman about food addiction. She signed my book. I met some amazing influencers that I only interacted with maybe through a comment on YouTube. I got to meet them in person and shake their hand, and they spent so much time talking to me, literally 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
I was on a high every time I went back to the hotel room at night before the next day. I almost couldn't sleep. I was so excited, and I couldn't wait for the next day. So I'm ready for this, and I just know it's going to be as good or better than last year, because we often improve what we do the previous years.
Right. And that's always our goal,
Yeah.
to keep improving every year. I mean, we have a lot of things planned this year, everything that you just mentioned, plus we're doing a regenerative agriculture panel this year, bringing in Will Harris from, White Oak Pastures.
Okay.
And several other people will be on that panel. We have a food addiction panel. We have a feeding children in a processed food world panel.
Good.
There's going to be a lot of interesting conversation this year. We also have cooking demos planned. Bill Schindler will be coming in and doing a workshop on making cheese.
Oh, good.
Yeah, all kinds of really interesting things. There'll be fitness classes taking place, like we're doing morning yoga. There'll be functional movement classes, breathwork sessions. We're trying really hard to bring a big, wide variety of exhibitors so that people can really get a feel for what's happening in the world of wellness. And so, no, you may not be interested in buying a $10,000 sauna for your house. I couldn't afford that either, but there are other options. And so you can try out a home sauna while you're there that doesn't cost $10,000. You can do a cold plunge while you're there. You can do red light therapy while you're there, on all those different things. This kind of thing excites me personally. I love learning about these things. So that's why it's exciting for me and motivating for me to keep doing this year after year, because I love learning more about discoveries and wellness.
I can tell your passion because it comes out in your planning, and this is I know people who are event planners who are what is the term that they are? That's complicated. It must have so many wheels turning all at one point at
Right.
one time, and that brings me to my observation from last time. I had the agenda. There were so many things happening at the same time.
Mm.
I had to pick and choose. I want to
Right.
do this, but I want to do that. But that's also happening upstairs. What do I do? And then you want to walk around and visit
Sure.
all of the displays and all of the. There's a lot of free food and samples, and there's a whole area you can go and eat, and the restaurants. And I'm so anxious to see what we have here in Tampa, where you
Hmm.
guys are doing it for people for food. It's just so much, and it's so exciting that can you tell us a little bit about your lineup? You don't have to share them all because I know there's 70, but who are some of the, off the top of your head, some speakers that maybe our audience have heard of?
Well, Dr. Berg will be there. Sean Baker will be there. I'm looking at the list in my head of their pictures as they go down. Dr. Annette Bosworth, Ben Azadi, Mark Sisson will be there this year.
Mm-hmm.
I said Sean Baker, Bella Ma, the steak and butter gal, and her team will be there. They're doing several panels. Oh my goodness.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot because I know you know this, but I just thought just a couple really big names.
There's
There
so many.
really are.
Zane Griggs, Dr. Philip Ovadia. There's
Avadia,
several
yep.
doctors, Dr. Lisa Wiedemann.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot more. There's so many more.
There are. And like I said, it's not just the speakers. There's food demonstrations. Last time there was the big trailer, the camper trailer, and
Carnivore RV.
Carnivore RV. I just love walking through that. I sat in the lounge.
This year too.
Good. I sat in the lounge chairs and just talked with people. I met up with people I met in previous places. It is so enjoyable. It's so hands-on and practical. And I don't want to leave. And everything's so clean. Everybody's so, and of course we're all on the same page or a similar page, which makes it exciting, which brings me to the topic of community. I often talk about the carnivore diet. I wrote a book. I wrote a few articles. I have a YouTube channel, and one of the facets of an important lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle for a body, is not just the food, but it's the community. When you entrench yourself with people who think and take care of their bodies and eat the way I do, and we get reinforcement, we get encouragement, we ask questions, and this is such a wonderful event to do that. I have made some long-lasting friends at the last one. That I now, when we chat on the computer, I feel like they've been my friends for life.
Right.
And we go back and forth and talk about things, and I feel stronger in my journey to remaining healthy.
So you know something, I don't mean to interrupt you, I'm sorry,
right.
but you actually just brought us all the way back to the reason why we did this the first time in 2017, because we all felt that we were on an island. Our families weren't eating the way we were, our friends, our neighbors. And so our team decided, let's bring all these people together and do a live event. That was the whole reason why we started doing this. And from my perspective, being part of a community supports you not only in talking about your wellness and your health journey, but also making you feel like you have a foundation and a connection to other people. So when you go out in the world, you feel more empowered. And so, I mean, that's really part of why you go to live events. And I think anyone who listens to this can relate to that feeling when you go to a concert or you go to a movie. Everybody that is in that space is there for the same reason.
Right.
So that gives you some commonality. But when you go to a live event like this, when everybody is there for the same reason, and that reason is that they're passionate about their health, this is going to sound a little flighty, but I'm going to say it anyway. People who are well vibrate at a different level. Their energy level is different. And so when you walk into a room filled with thousands of people like that, I'm talking about the expo hall, you can literally feel it. You feel it, you get goosebumps. You feel it in your body that you feel that energy of something good is coming. And that's what I've worked so hard to keep. We want to make sure that people feel supported in their wellness journey, regardless of where you are in that process. And that you can come to something like this, grab onto that feeling of empowerment and take it back home into your life.
And I think you've achieved it. I really do. I know I felt that. I'm a shy, you may not know because this is my online presence. I'm an introvert, shy person. I've always been that way. I'm a teacher. I'm retired. I taught for 34 years. So I know how to turn it on for the audience, for the students. And then when the day is over, I'm exhausted. When I went to this event this last year, the whole day, I was another person. My family wouldn't recognize me. I had confidence. I went up and shook people's hands and stared them straight in the eye. I was like a little kid meeting a Hollywood movie star when I met Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Eric Burke, who took all this time to talk with me, Dr. Kiltz. You know, he just took the microphone in my face and said, "Tell me about your channel." I'm like, "Oh my God." I don't know. I think what you just said explains it now. I understand it, that the spin of the energy, there's so many people who are well and doing the vibration that I must have felt that intrinsically. And it just spun me even more. I was on a high. And, here we are. It's not quite a year. Can't wait for the next one. And I'm feeling that energy still from the last one. Now I go to Low Carb USA. I've gone to other symposiums. I've done a lot of different ones. And this is so unique. I think it's so much fun. It's like I'm going to a party with this, even though there's a lot of serious things you can focus on, a lot of things you can try and taste. It's just a blast. It's like going to a party. And as an introvert, I became an extrovert at this place. My confidence level is through the roof. I know who I am. I am not just eating, I personally am a carnivore, and I know that you invite all kinds of people. This is great for people on the keto diet, for any of the diets out there for improving health. This really encouraged me that, hey, I'm on the right track. I'm doing well. I just met all these other people that agree with me, and I get to talk to them. So you're right. I think you're right about that energy thing.
Well, thank you.
For sure.
I'm really glad to hear that you felt that.
Absolutely. For someone on the fence now, what would you say to encourage them to attend this November?
I think people who are on the fence are usually on the fence because it's intimidating. There's a perception out there that Hack Your Health is this giant conglomerate family or company, and that we're this huge event. It is a large event, but there's only a handful of us that run all this, a very small group of people. And we're just like you. So we all have families. We're all trying to live a healthier life. We're all trying to do good in the world. When you come to something as life-changing as a live event, it becomes part of your being. So when like what you described, when you leave an event like this, you have a pocket full or a phone full of new contacts.
Oh, yeah.
You've heard things that resonated with you that you can take home to incorporate into your own life. And you've experienced things that you've only seen on the internet. You've sat in a sauna, the things I mentioned before. You've done these things that you can go home and make educated decisions on what you want to participate in. And regardless of how shy you are, and here's the hook. I am a huge introvert. So I spend 90% of my time alone working, building all of this. When I come to this event, I have that same feeling that new people have. When I first walk in, when people all start talking to me, I find it intimidating. However, I get over it very quickly because I remember all these people are here for the same reason.
Right.
It makes it much easier to, like you said, put your hand out, shake somebody's hand, because there's really nothing to be intimidated by. We're all on the same journey. It's just I'm on one part, you're on a different part. It's like, and it does not matter because we're all on the same path. So if you are on the fence about coming to something like this, I urge you to try it once. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I totally agree. Now, I'm thrilled that you did this for me. You allowed me to share a $100 off code. And my code that you gave me is all capital letters, John 1965, JOHN 1965, for anyone signing up. Can you tell people how to use that code when they register? They go on to the site. How do they get to that point?
Yeah, there's we try to make it as easy as possible. There's a little button on the top right-hand corner of the homepage. It says Get Tickets. You choose the ticket type that you'd like, and then you fill out the registration information. And at checkout, there's a little box that says coupon code. Enter the coupon code, and it will apply a $100 discount per ticket that you purchase.
That's huge. That's huge. $100. That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard to keep it affordable for people. So the ticket prices are pretty low right now.
Right.
As we get closer to the event, they will increase.
I was going to bring that up. Are there deadlines for discount pricing or limited ticket tiers we should let people know about?
There's 3 ticket types currently. There's the virtual replay, which is for people who can't attend in person. There's a general attendee badge, which gets you access to everything as a general attendee. And then there's a VIP badge. The general attendee ticket is currently $299. So it would be $199 with your code. That ticket will gradually increase as we get closer and closer to the event. It will be $399 at the door.
Okay. Now you also, there are different hotels you can stay. There's one that you host. Am I correct?
There's 2 hotels where we have discounted room blocks. That information is also on our website. We've negotiated discounted room rates for attendees of the event. You have to use the link on our website to get to their website, because that's what tells their website that you're coming from the event.
Right.
And there's 2, like I said, there's 2 of them. The Embassy Suites is one of them. And that hotel is literally connected to the convention center by a walkway. So it's across the street from the convention center. But you take that walkway, you don't even have to cross the street outside. Although in November, the weather's beautiful, so you might want to cross the street outside. So yes, those hotels are on our website. Those room blocks are limited. So I would urge anybody, if they are attending, to get on there and secure their rooms. I'm hoping that if we run out on the block, that the hotel will give us more, but that really depends on, their occupancy.
Right. I think I was the first one to get the first room. Because I got it all done, take care of as soon as it opened up. It's just amazing. Do you, I don't know I don't remember if you guys had this last year or not. You may have. Is there an app that goes with Hack Your Health that has everything?
We had an app. We have an app. We go through the building process of the app as we get closer and closer to the event.
Okay.
It's usually not live until about 2 weeks before the event.
All right.
Sometimes 3 weeks. I'm hoping to have it done a month before this year, because I have a lot of things going on in October that I don't want to be distracted by. And the app gives you an opportunity to choose which sessions you want to go to, which stage things are on, who the sponsors are, where their booths are, that kind of thing.
Right.
gives you some,
Organizing that is because, as I said earlier, you have multiple things going on at the same time.
yeah,
And if you want to see one and you're at another one, you might miss it,
right.
which I just love this multiple. It's just amazing. Um, Final questions. Do you have anything else you'd like to share with the audience who's interested in attending or thinking about
Um,
attending?
I would, if you have, I think my biggest thing would be if you have questions about this, you're not sure, you really want to talk to somebody about it, email us at help@hackyourhealth.com. I actually answer those emails. So you'll get in touch with me and I'd be happy to, provide whatever information you need. Go to our website. There's a tab on the top menu for speakers. You can see who all the speakers are. There's an exhibitor showcase that shows you who all of our sponsors and exhibitors are. That updates regularly. There's roughly 50 on there right now, but we'll probably get up to 120
Wow.
if we sell out. So, I mean, that updates on a regular basis. And the schedule for the event will also be on the website, but it will be about, I'm guessing 6 weeks before the event, maybe 8 weeks before the event.
Okay. All right. And I will put all that information in the show notes of this
Great.
YouTube video for people who need to go down and make them clickable links. So you can just click them, go right there. And I'll put my discount code again as well. Robin, this has been amazing. I feel honored that you allowed me to interview you about this. And I hope I get to run into you when I go to
You'll see
Tampa.
me.
I'll look for you.
I'll be there. Thank
Okay.
you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks again. Stay
All right.
on after I end this, so I give you a proper goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Laspina, Carnivore Teacher, about Hack Your Health. Check it out in the show notes.